I don't know, Pluto.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh.
Welcome to Live Shopping. Welcome to Highlight Crafts Live
We're live.
Shopping. How you doing, Mel? You
I'm
okay?
all right, yeah, I'm just getting ready for this.
Just getting ready for this. We've got brand new MDF.
We have, just popping my MDF out.
Just popping your MDF. You
I
get
am.
popping,
I will.
and everyone will get shopping.
There you go. Oh,
There
look
we
at
go.
you, he's back.
There we go. Good morning to you all, everybody. It's wonderful to have your company. If you joined Mel and Stephanie for the previous hour and the one previous to that, and you've still not checked out your basket, please make sure to do so. You want to make sure it's yours and get your order placed. Okay, so it gets picked and packed and sent out to you. Warm welcome to each and every one of you. It's going to be a wonderful show with MDF. We've got rice papers, different mediums. We've got a fabulous hour to take you through. We've got a fabulous day to take you through today. Really excited. After this one, we've got something a little bit different as well with Makeover Monday. We're going to be making our very own plaster castings with our favourite embellishments, so you've got all of that to look forward to. But before we get to any of that or into any of the details of this show, I'm just going to very quickly and briefly share with you how to actually shop with us here at Highlight Crafts, because it's so simple, it's so easy. It's also really fun and interactive as well at the same time. It means you can stay with us, enjoy the shows, have fun, comment, let us know what you're up to, what you're crafting with, what you want to see more of whilst you're actually shopping, which means that it's a complete full circle experience for everyone involved. So the way that this works is that we're streaming live on Facebook and Instagram right now. There are two live social media shoppable platforms. And on those two platforms, in the comment section of videos, of course, where you can say hello and good morning and let us know that you're watching, but also that's where you type in your shop code comments. Now, those code comments, or those codes, should I say, are applicable to every product we have out on our counters. And this is as follows for all of our shows. If you're joining us for the first time today, welcome, okay? And this is how you do it. If you've joined us before and you've watched us almost every single hour of every day, now's a good time to get a cup of tea whilst we get warmed up. But when you type in those codes, so for example, if you were to go for your Wondrous, your brand new MDF shelving today, and you were to type the shop code comment for that one into the comment section, it will automatically add it into your basket. Okay, so shop shelf would automatically add that into your basket. Now what happens with that is you will receive a direct message which will land within your inbox, and that will be from Highlight Crafts, and it will have your reservation and a link sat inside that message. Okay, now during or after the show you can head on straight over to that message, click on the link that we've sent you, and it'll redirect you straight over to the Highlight Crafts website. It's super quick, super simple, and it happens almost instant. Now, when you do get to the website, you'll find your basket sat there with all of the items in that you've shopped ahead for during the show. And you can also add to your basket at that point as well. So if there's something else that took your fancy, maybe you're thinking about the rice papers after you've seen Mel's demos to go with the MDF, well, at that point you could go, actually, yeah, I'm going to go for it, because if you're not already a Highlight Crafts Club member, make sure to sign up for being a member, because it is free, but you'll get free postage when you spend £35 and over after your discount. So if your basket spend is slightly under that price and you're thinking, well, for a couple of quid more, I could actually save and get free postage, do it. But make sure you're logged into your club membership. Along with that, you're going to get discounts on every single purchase you make. So every single time you shop with us, you get discounts, and you also build up points along the way, and those points turn into pounds, and pounds off future purchases. So it's all win-win, really. There's lots of other benefits being part of that free club as well, so make sure to join and get signed up. As well, talking of the website, we are streaming live on there as well, so if you don't do social media, you're not a big fan of that, no problem. You can still join us and watch us on the website, and you can already shop on the website, and you can add everything to your basket. Now, talking of adding things to your basket, we're already really busy for our brand new MDF project piece that we've got for you today, so I'm really excited to share this one with you, as is Mel and the rest of the team. And we're also streaming live on YouTube, so you can watch us wherever takes your fancy.
You can.
Now, this brand new Wondrous Shelf unit here is beautiful. It's shop shelf for this one. It is just £17.99. Remember, you are going to get your club discount off that price as well. So it is going to come down further for you at checkout, which makes this even more exciting. But look at this. It's like an encapsulated world. Great for miniatures, great for jewellery, displaying your craft items, decorated in your favourite papers and designs. It's magnificent. They all come flat packed to you. If you're shopping and having yours posted to you within the UK, you're going to get sent to you your 500ml bottle of glue as well, your wood glue to actually assemble this. If you're shopping and you're joining us from outside of the UK, just to let you know, this won't be sent to you because it's a liquid and it's super, super heavy. But you will be of course, sent the MDF. Now, flat packed, all pre-cut, everything.
Absolutely.
Really easy to assemble, right, Mel?
Yeah, really, really easy. So you'll get, it will come to you like this, basically. So it's all flat packed. And what the guys who make this for us have done, first of all, they'll show you on the bottom, Highlight Crafts Wondrous 4.
Love that.
Okay, this is your frame. So that's your frame bit that's going to come at the front. And then your shelves. So it shows you on each piece exactly which piece is which. So these are your hanger, these are your shelf uprights, etc. And then you can just pop the rest of that in the bin when you're done with it.
Yeah, I'd use it as a paint palette.
Well, you would. Yeah, you would. Absolutely. But all you're going to do, and it's super, super easy to do it, is literally just pop. I mean, you can see straight away how quickly that's come out of there.
Really quick.
All you're going to do is just literally just curve this. So just twist it out, just like that. I mean, it couldn't be much easier than that, could it? No. That bit goes in the bin.
It's incredibly smooth, all the edges as well as the
Oh, absolutely. The only top tip I will give you, well, one of the top tips I will give you, because I'm going to show you lots throughout the show, is you'll get these little pips. You know, like when you used to buy topper sheets and they were die cut, and you got those pips. It used to drive me crazy if I didn't cut those off.
Oh yeah, they're like the little tiny little nodule of paper that stick out.
Just get a sanding block, emery board, whatever you've got, something for your nails, foot file, don't care, whatever it is. Pumice stone. And just sand those little pieces away, because it's been cut so that it's absolutely bang on accurate. You want to make sure that you're getting all of those little pieces out, and then the little notches inside just pop out. So I'm going to show you what I want to teach you today is how to use the SVG files that come with this. So you get coordinating SVG files for the outside of the box. But believe it or not, I did this in between shows yesterday.
Oh, did you know?
Don't know I did it, but I did it. So this is, I'm going to show you this in more detail. That's the piece that I've cut out for the frame, and this is from an A4 piece of paper. Now you can see, even at fit to page, it's got that white border around because it's just wide enough, A4. But we're going to go around that with an alcohol marker anyway. So if you got that deal that we had on the alcohol markers with the crepe paper this morning, you can absolutely do that. But one thing I wanted to do, and this is really cool, because these papers are so lovely, I want to use that to follow the whole picture through all the way through. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I did it with the trimmer, so you don't even need to have the scan and cut if you don't want to. But I did it with the trimmer just to show you how you can then get that whole picture following through. So where's the one that I've done? Where's it gone?
Where's the one you've made, Mel?
I don't know.
So we've given that away.
Oh, it's under here, you numpty.
It's just there. So this is the one that Mel has already made and decorated beautifully as well. Mel, do you know what? So many people have just joined us as well. So good morning to you. We are doing the MDF show. This is brand new MDF kits, and you can get yours. Type in shop shelf into the comments. And if you're new to us, drop a hello in the comments. Let us know where you're from, where you're watching from. And if it is the first time where you're watching with us, welcome. But yeah, we've got the iPad, so we'll read out lots of comments as we go through the show. So the SVG files will cut the papers for the outside of the box. Yeah. What I want to show you is how you work this out, because this is super easy and it's just a real measure it. So to avoid any confusion, the SVG files that come with this, they're not to assemble it. No. If you were to want to make one from card, it's completely different. It's for all of your decorative panels. Yeah. So this is your frame. This is the frame file. That just goes completely over the side. Now, when we did this originally, I wanted it to look like a piece of furniture, so I used an alcohol marker. So if you get the side pieces and don't quite hit the top and the bottom of the sides, it's been made like that so that you can colour in with an alcohol marker and make it look like wood. However, if you don't want to do that, you can separate the height and the width on your scan and cut and make it the size that you want it to be. But the reason that you do this individually is because, of course, it's not like grey board, it's got notches in it. Yeah. So the originals were made out of grey board. This is now made out of MDF, and it's super easy to put together. So I'm going to show you a bit of that as well as we go through. Absolutely, and there's so many advantages to working with the MDF kits. They're incredibly smooth. You don't need to sand the surface of them. They're silky smooth. Even if you want to go in with paint, rice paper, your favourite cardstocks, you name it, stencil or stamp onto them. They are a surface that loves being painted and decorated. Absolutely. That's why you're finding so many DIY shops now these days, whether it's picture rail, skirting boards or door frames, they're MDF. Yeah. Because it's so adaptable and it's very sustainable as well. Yeah, absolutely. The one thing I would say is if you're going to paint it with a pale colour, is go on with a matte varnish first, so your matte decoupage, because that seals it. Because what I found was when I was using a lighter colour, even though it's been meticulously cleaned, there will be a slight residue from that burn left from the laser. So all you do is go over with the matte, and that first of all stops it picking up any of that and it making the white yellowy. It wasn't nice. And secondly, it seals the MDF so it doesn't drink the paint, which is fabulous. So if you want that, So we could seal it with this, right?
Correct. That's
So this
exactly
one
what
here,
I used.
this is the one you can see on your screen. This is your Cadence matte decoupage glue. It works as an adhesive and as a sealer. It dries completely transparent and matte. So it's going to be one of the most perfect mediums to use alongside your MDF kit. As Mel said, if you're using a light tone of colour and acrylic or water-based medium on top of there, it's advisable to go in with just a singular thin layer of this first, and it'll stop your MDF swelling.
Absolutely. So I just left everything in the sheets, went over, made sure that I didn't have any thick bits, then took the little pieces out the middle, and then just let it dry, flipped it over, did the back, and then it was super easy.
Wonderful.
And used a very small amount of glue, so it's definitely worth it.
$5.99.
I love the fact that this also comes with its own hanger, so you hang it on the wall.
Yeah.
It's lovely,
It's
isn't it?
a really cute little cabinet.
I think if you've been to a wedding, you've got a new baby, something like that, you could do this because you could use the picture.
Yeah.
Cut the picture out and use it to decorate your frame. I just think it's
a
super cute, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a really cute little trinket. Wooden display frame or whatever you want to store inside there is going to be showcased. And I love how it stands out and then it's framed around the edge.
Absolutely.
So that's Shop Shelf for you, brand new today, launching here on Monday. 10 o'clock, Highlight Crafts, it's £17.99. We're going to move on to our next one because we do have a few left of our other MDF kits. And when I say few, I'm being genuinely honest there. There's not a great deal of them left, but this is a great opportunity to get them, maybe if you're investing for the first time in your MDF kits today, because the second you've built one, you want to make another one.
Oh, you do, absolutely.
Yeah, you do.
And this is a great excuse to get either your downloads out. Okay, so you get your downloads out, all those beautiful papers that we've been selling you recently, or the downloads to print them off, absolutely fabulous on your MDF. Or it might be papers that you've collected.
Absolutely.
Right.
They work so well, and you can see every single one of this is styled differently. Now, we're going to have a look at the drawer set here for you. This is Shop Drawer. It is £26.99. Everything has got a saving on it here for you today as well. But already, over 30% of this has already gone, okay? So it's really popular. It's been really busy. This was the latest release prior to the shelf that we've got. And this is wonderful. I mean, you've got your larger oblong shelf here at the top where you could display this for the top or the bottom, right?
Yep.
You don't even have to stick them together.
Absolutely not. And you can have them all individual as well if you want to. So you can have this as a unit, so you can take the drawers out. They get your little shelves which you can use or not. It's entirely up to you. So you could take the whole thing apart, have the drawers on your desk with lots of your bits and bobs in, and then you could have that as a tray on your desk. You could also have that as a tray on your desk. So let's have a look. So you've got that one, that one, that one, and then all your drawers along here. Look at all these, all this lot. How
so you could have all your pens in there, your inks inside here as well. Imagine these creating like a wall of storage against the end of your desk.
Brilliant,
they would be great
aren't they?
And decorated. They just look unbelievable.
Absolutely. Now this one was originally done out of grey board. You had to cut all the shapes out 3 times, glue them together to get that rigidity. Now you've got this as MDF, and it's super, super simple to put together. So yeah, this is a great one to have. If you've got loads of stuff on your desk, like we have.
I don't know what you mean.
No, I have no idea what I mean. Yeah, but Diane's producing, so we can't get away with that because she knows exactly what we mean. I know. So, but this is going to be great for that as well. And I just think it's a fabulous piece. I have stuff like this all over my house, MDF pieces like this, that I've just decorated to match our decor at home.
Yeah, use
and
the colours that suit you.
I love them. We just have them as pieces of furniture.
Definitely.
But big ones, you know, really big detail ones as well, which is great.
And you're going to get your files with that, and you're also going to get the 500ml bottle of glue with each and every one of the MDF kits. You do get the adhesive.
Absolutely.
We had someone mention the other day, I bought all the MDF kits, and every single time I do, I get one of these bottles of glue, and now I create our own glue shop. If you did want to put a note on your order that you didn't want to receive the glue, that's absolutely fine.
Yep.
But I'm going to say to you, why would you not want to? You can use it for all sorts of things, as well as glazing and decoupage as well. That one is Shop Drawer for you. It's £26.99. It should be £29.99. Got some questions coming through as well, which is wonderful. So thank you for joining us. Starting with the lovely Becky. Good morning, Becky.
Morning, Becky.
Any idea when the made of metal fixings will be back in stock? I have the wardrobe kit that needs a door latch.
Oh, I don't know at the moment. I'll get Stephanie on the case.
Yeah, as soon as we know, you'll know. As soon as you know, we'll know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Other way around. But yeah, great question. It's a good shout. We'll definitely make sure to feed that back. And Karen, good morning, Karen. The quality of the MDF kits is superb. I have some from another still going channel, but these are far, far better quality. Wow, thank you,
Brilliant.
Karen.
Thank
Great
you.
testimonial there
Yeah,
in terms
great.
of the quality of the product, the durability of them,
Yep.
and MDF, as we said, they put together so well. They're not just buttered up joints. These have like locked in sections.
They're brilliant.
They're really strong. Good morning to you, Audrey. So still here,
Morning, Audrey.
just unpacked my new tattered lace scan and cut machine. Rest of the day catching up with homework from Mel's classes, ordered delivery pizza for tea, craft day, yippee.
Oh, how exciting is that? Remember
Amazing.
tomorrow, 8, 12 and 6, we do scan and cut shows tomorrow. We've got some cracking.
Audrey, make sure to join.
Yeah, new designs tomorrow.
New designs?
New designs.
Well, Tuesday. That's what Tuesday's all about.
It is. Now then, recipe box.
Recipe box. I love this one. It's great for photo storage, of course, recipes, but it's a wonderful size for adapting for many different things.
And these are our silicone mouldings that we sell as well, just painted with the Cadence paint. Now, I have one of these at home that I've used as my birthday box.
Your birthday box?
Yes, so I have all these different ones in here, and they're all January, February, March, April, May, June, etc., etc. And wherever anybody's birthday is, etc., anniversaries, all that kind of thing, I just look through the month at the first day of the month, and I know exactly what I'm doing. I also have letters that I found when we moved into my mum and dad's house. So when they passed away, it's the house that I grew up in. So we decided to move back in there. And right at the back of a big cupboard, there was this old chocolate box that my grandma had, and it was full of letters from my grandma, who I never met, but who I get my red hair from.
Right.
To my mum when she was first married and living in Manchester. From my dad to my mum when he was at university. So I had this box full of these letters. It was the most amazing find ever. And I've put them into something very similar to this so that they're all safe. Yeah, nice. Really, really lovely. So you get the box, obviously the lid, and you also get your dividers in here as well. You might want to store dies in here, or you might want to store stamps in here, or your stencils in
Could
here.
be anything.
You know, it can be anything. It's a storage box for whatever you want it to be. We just called it the recipe box because it's got the dividers in it.
The recipe box. So to go for that one, it's quite simply shop recipe. Type that into the comments to get that one into your basket, or add it to your basket, of course, on the website wherever you're joining us. It's just £17.99. It should be £19.99. You've got a saving before your club discount has even been added to it. So savings twice, if you like, on that one, which is really good. The pull-up box, one of my personal favourites. I think it's really clever, the design in here, the mystery, the element of surprise that you get with one like this. And I think that's also why it's been incredibly busy.
It's fantastic, isn't
Shop
it?
pull for this, £17.99 again.
So literally, coasters, you said, didn't you? Wax melts, anything that you want to store but hide away, this is going to be brilliant. And I love this because it is that little secret box. You could really go to town with this, with your Cadence products. We've just used papers because that was the quickest way for us to do it. But imagine this all crackled.
I think it's very elegant as well,
it's beautiful,
one.
Isn't it? And then just that piece. Now, when we did this in grey board, you would have stuck this to the top. This is now notched in, so it's sturdier. But you've got this fabulous... Oh, it's great, isn't it? I love that.
It's so cute. I think it's fabulous. It is a brilliant design. I'm really glad we chose this one for MDF. And I'm sure you are as well. And this one's shop pull, £17.99 for that one. Really easy to assemble. Again, just look to your favourite ways of decorating. Whether it's, you like to use your papers for your card making, use the same papers for your MDF kits. Really, Mel's used papers on here. So you make it whatever is best suited to you. Now, we've got a few other mediums on the show. Do you want to just have a look at a couple of these and then we might have a look at the kits? Yeah? Okay, so we've got the gesso now. I just want to let you know that this gesso, you may see it quite frequently on some of our shows, well, if not all of them. We don't have a great deal of it left.
No.
Okay, we're down to almost single figures of this particular bundle. And as you know, Cadence does take a little while to come back in. Now, this is the monochrome kit. It's shop gesso. It's $11.99. It should be $12.98 for the pair of them, but we've done them a bundle and a discounted price for you. You're going to get both, 300 mil in total. And the quality is just exceptional with the gesso.
I mean, literally, you can put it over your head like that and it's not going anywhere, is it? It's fabulous. I like it to use the cut and use foam with it because that was the first thing that we did when we went to Cadence originally. We got a piece of foam, gesso, and we had this massive circle of MDF and it was all sectioned off and we did different techniques in each one. Literally got that on the sponge and went like that all the way down. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's the pigmentation of it is just immense.
It's superb product.
Shop gesso for that one. I do need to let you know though that the draw unit that we have here that comes along with that 500ml wood glue is now at 60% allocation. So really busy for that. Yeah, it's one of those already. We're only just over 15 minutes into the show and already 60% of that is gone. So please make sure to add that to your basket and check it out. Other few cadence mediums we've got for you. We spoke briefly of the decoupage plus matte glue, but then we've got like the expansion pack of adhesives.
Absolutely.
And this features 5 different glues in there, all with key different features as well that are going to help you not only in your MDF journey, but as a crafter overall, which we do on different bases. For example, the shows we've got later on today, you'll see these being used for different things. But honestly, they're just so forgiving to work with.
They are, and they're a really nice size to try cadence, aren't they? Because you get so many different ones in here. So you've got your gloss in there. Then you've also got your matte. So this is the same as this, right?
It is indeed.
Okay, so that one will get you covering your MDF, and you need the smallest amount. Please don't slap it on and then just leave it. Literally use a flat brush, work it into that MDF. Try and avoid the notches because you don't want any liquid near those notches, because anything wet will make the MDF swell. So we need to make sure that that's right. Then you've also got your dishwasher safe. That blows my mind. That
it's a little bit crazy, right?
Still now.
It
enables you to put rice paper onto a glass plate and put it through the dishwasher.
It just doesn't feel real, but it is. Out of napkins or rice paper or tissue paper, it makes them all dishwasher safe.
It's fabulous. Then you've got your fabric one, and you've also got your vintage one, which will give you that lovely sepia tone. That would be lovely with your crackles, wouldn't it, on some of the vintage papers?
On these boxes, that would look so good.
Wouldn't it? Look really
I think
cool.
you need to try that one. So you're going to get all 5 in there. That's Shop Magic, $14.99 for 5 different adhesives. They are 59 mils in quantity inside there. So you're getting a lot of medium there for an incredible price. Remember, you're going to get your discounts on top. Printable rice paper. If you want to go onto rice paper for this one, really easy surface to work with. Home printing has been made incredibly easy in the past few years. And working onto rice paper is what would traditionally be what you'd think is a very tricky method.
Yeah.
But it's not at all.
No, it's not. And this really came to its fore yesterday, because Stephanie and I did a show. I think it was yesterday. Well, it might have been Saturday. I can't remember.
Some point.
It was a rice paper show. And she showed how you could take 2 different rice papers and seam them together.
Ooh.
It was really cool. Now, when she was doing that, if there'd been any slubs in that rice paper, she wouldn't. That join wouldn't have been seamless, because the slub would have stuck out the side. It was brilliant. If you get a chance, watch the show back, because it was a really clever demonstration. But this is the rice paper that you print on all day, every day, don't you?
All day, every day. Yeah, it's one of those. It's just, and you get 20 A4 sheets inside here. It's perfect. You can use it on a laser and an inkjet. Just back it onto a bit of cardstock that's been mounted with some stencil spray, and it just gives it that extra rigidity to flow through the printer so it doesn't wrap around your rollers. Give it a minute or so to dry and you're good to go.
Perfect.
We do also have some downloads as well. If you did want to have a little look at some of the downloads,
Shall I
we have a
do
look
the
at this
MDF
first, and then we're going to have a look at this.
And then we'll come back and look at the downloads.
Fabulous.
Because once I've glued a couple of pieces in, you'll get the idea and I can carry on.
Yes, let's go and have a look.
This is your brand new one, okay, your Wondrous shelving. And it's great. You've got little knickknacks, things like that. Oh, yes? Draw's gone.
The drawer has gone. Okay.
Well done if you got that one.
The final drawer.
Final drawer.
Here we go.
But what I wanted to show you was how easy it is to put it together, first of all, but also how to continue that picture all the way through. Now, you do not have to have a scan and cut to buy this MDF. Can I just make that really, really, really clear? Because what you could do is take a full piece of paper, and I've just printed these off on 140 because I didn't need it to be 250 because it's going on a board. Position that where you want it to be on here. Flip it over, glue it down. So I use, you could use this glue, but I use the bookbinding glue for pin flare.
Yes.
For this bit. You can put your paper on top of there, flip it over, and just use a craft knife to cut out the inside, etc. Try and keep this bit whole though, if you can. So if you can, even if you draw inside it and then cut it out with a knife and a ruler, maybe you got the perfect layering tools from Sticks 2 this weekend, you could use those, or use a plastic ruler that's got a steel rule in the edge. So you don't have to have a scan and cut to do this. And you certainly don't have it to do this, because all these little pieces I cut with a trimmer.
Right, so it's just all by hand?
Absolutely, and the reason for that was, well, let's do this bit first and then I'll come to that bit. I didn't even use any glue either, believe it or not.
What, when you put those in there?
Well, no, when I built it.
You just slotted it together?
Yeah, just slotted
like
it together.
Bit.
So you've got your back, you've also got your top and your base and your 2 sides. So it's really obvious where they go. They won't go in any other way. And these little notches here are the ones that you're going to slot the frame into at the end. So the way that I did it was I built it first and then I painted inside. And the reason for that is when I've then got all these pieces slotted into the notches here, I'm painting it, I'm not worrying about avoiding these notches.
Right.
Because if you get paint inside there, you've then got to go in there and you've got to try and file it back, because the tolerance from that notch there going into there, you haven't got room to get paint. Can you see? It's absolutely, it slots perfectly together. So we want to make sure, so I found it easier to glue it all together, build it all together, and then add the paint afterwards. So all we're going to do is start by putting in these two pieces. All right, so that one's going to go in there. So you've got two of these shelves, they're called, and they're going to pop into here. Now these are your shelf uprights. Okay, so the mistake I made yesterday was I didn't look at the original.
Right.
Okay, so when you look at this, you'll see that in between those two shelves, there is just one divider. In between the ones at the bottom, there's two dividers. So we'll take a picture of this. I'm sure it's on with the instructions, because you get downloadable instructions as well. So this is the only bit that's a little bit tricky, because you've got to get it in between in here. So if I pop this one in first, in the middle, like that, and then we're going to just wiggle it a little bit. I'm sure there's a song there somewhere.
If not, you've just made one.
Oh no, there is. There definitely is. There's a song called "Wiggle It," just a little bit. I know. How mad is that? Right. So now you've got that centre in. Now the rest of it is easy, because all you're then doing, I mean, it couldn't be easier really, is you're just going to pop these. I'm trying to work upside down and back to front. Bear with. Into here like this. I mean, good grief.
Already 10% of this shelving unit, Mel, is an
Brilliant.
allocation. You are shopping ahead for this shelf. Also, a lot of you are getting the gesso alongside it. 20% of that black and white gesso bundle has gone. And if you're shopping with us today, make sure to type the word drizzle into the comments, because it is... I bet everyone's thinking, what?
Diane said it's drizzle. Just shop. The code is drizzle. Oh, Melanie, words. I need to go home.
Shop... Oh. I've said it now. Do not shop in for any drizzle.
It's not shop drizzle.
We've not got drizzle on the show.
Because it's drizzling.
It's
and
drizzling
I went,
today.
oh, I thought it was because someone had bought lemon drizzle cake and I was proper disappointed.
No, I know.
I'm sure we can organise it.
Yeah, that
I
can
can
be
organise
arranged.
that.
It can be arranged in a heartbeat.
I can definitely organise that.
But we've got a giveaway, so the word is drizzle. You need to type the word drizzle into the comments to be entered, and then we will spin the wheel and it'll select one lucky winner.
It will. Okay. So once you've got those in there, you're just going to push this in. Okay, so you're going to bring in the top piece, and you're going to make sure that those notches are going into here. Okay, so we've just got to wiggle it a little bit. You're singing it now at home. I can't remember who that was that sang that. Can you, Diane?
Wiggle bit.
It wasn't the, what were those two girls called? No, that was Cheeky Girls, wasn't it?
Wiggle bit.
Wiggle it just a little bit. It was a whole song. I know, it's sad.
When I hear it, I'll know it.
You will know it when you hear it, yeah. So if you want to glue it, by all means, glue it. I'm just like, because the frame's going over the top,
it's going to be all locked in.
It's going to hold it all in place. So, you know what?
By two in a room.
Never heard of that.
Never heard of that.
Two in a room.
They're a one-hit wonder, weren't they? But we know the song, you see. That's the thing, isn't it?
That's all that matters.
Wow, two in a room.
Two in a room.
It's on it, so I'll show you when it finishes.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
We're going to be looking at
absolutely.
two in a room after this.
We're not, because you're going next door to do makeover Monday,
true.
aren't you? I might come and do that with you, because I want to hear all about your escapades in Turkey.
Oh, do you now?
I do, yeah. Because I want to know what's coming in, because when it comes in, you'll hide it.
Well, I don't think you're the only one.
Trolley.
Sorry? No. I didn't notice it looked quite empty. I filled it up. But what's missing?
Nothing.
Do you know what? Before I went away, I hid the pallet. But I got it back out on Saturday. Is it gone? It's not gone.
That been given away?
If that's been given away, this is
here we go. Fighting talk. Right, ready?
This
Come on,
is
then.
the last you'll ever see of me. You'll never see this face again.
Go on ahead, the pallet.
Good luck.
Oh, dear me. Rings us on his first day. Oh, I've just finished. I'm just walking by the waterfront. It's really warm. I'm like,
Just
yeah,
thought I'd
rub
check
it in,
on
kid.
everybody. Just
Rub
thought I'd
it
check
in.
on everyone.
Right, look, that's your basics of it done. I mean, how easy is that? And then all you're going to do is put the side pieces on, which I've already popped out. So, I mean, it couldn't be easier, guys. This is super, super easy. I know we've had quite a few people say, can we have instructions? You've got a back, 2 sides, a top and a bottom.
Oh, yeah, and you can always watch this show back.
And you can always watch this show back. But there are instructions when you download the SVG
It's super
files.
easy. They are.
I mean, it couldn't be much easier, could it really? And no
Yeah.
glue. I haven't used glue at all on this.
Exactly.
Which
So
is
far, yeah,
brilliant.
no adhesive's been used. So you know how little you can actually use of this
Absolutely.
huge bottle. Hilda Elsie, good morning to you,
Good
Hilda.
morning, Hilda.
Do you place the paper on first before you put it together?
So I think it depends really on what you're building, Hilda, to be honest. For this one, I've just done the papers afterwards because I want to show you how you can create and keep that picture going right the way through. You can literally hear it click into place. It's that sturdy. And now, look, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then your frame piece, well, all those little holes there.
Well, it is solid, isn't it?
It just slot in there. So paper-wise, what I decided to do for this one was build it first. Because there's all these little struts inside here, if you paper it first, what you're going to find is that you're going to cover over those slots. And that's not a good idea.
Right.
So if it was grey board, you could take that, put it on, that's it, done. However, it's not, it's MDF. So the slots are going to get in the way, or your paper's going to cover over the slots. So I did this first. So my process was, got it out, did the matte decoupage glue to seal it, the decoupage, because I knew I wanted the MDF, because I knew I wanted to paint it inside. And when you're painting, the best way I can describe it is you're nicotine stained.
Okay.
When I went over with white paint, first of all, on the first one that I did, I had to go over like 4 or 5 times to cover over that yellowing because it really didn't look very nice at all. And then I thought, right, so logic said, right, you need to seal the MDF so that it creates that thin barrier so that the paint doesn't pick up any of that excess residue that's left over from the manufacturing process, because even though it's been cleaned, there will be a little bit of that on there. The cleaning of this takes just as long as the cutting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember when we used to do some over there, it was a pain in the neck, but that's all been done for you. So varnish all the pieces first, again, making sure that you're avoiding the little slots. So go right to the edge. If you get any of the glue inside, just double click it at the front, Emily. There you are, double click that button.
That's the one.
There you are, straightened up again.
It's having a minute.
It doesn't hate you, it does it with everybody, Emily. It's not personal, I promise you. Emily's our newest recruit.
She is indeed.
Bless her.
She's on cameras today.
She's on cameras today, I know, thrown in at the deep end. So, did all that, let it dry, flipped it over, did it again on the other side. Then I built it. Then I painted inside, and then I cut the papers, because the papers cover the outside.
Yes.
Okay, so your frame, etc. So your frame will then literally just drop onto there. But before you do that, you're going to make yourself a little list.
A little
You can use
list.
Post-it notes for a different reason now, instead of
Now they're
writing
not
them all out.
littered onto the counter.
Well, I'm so happy about that, I can't tell you.
I need to let you know as well that we are now 20% of the stock of the shelf in allocation, so we're getting really busy for that one. And if you've just joined us, teaspoon in your pocket. Matt, honestly, what are in your pockets?
Well, I can show you. Pens.
I've usually got half an eaten polo.
Teaspoon, polos, pens.
Is that Turkish lira?
Turkish lira.
From 6 months ago.
Yeah, lip balm, all sorts of rubbish going on. It's my life.
Goodness, it's
My
like a
life's in my
clown when they've got
like a kangaroo
all
with a
the
pouch,
things in
aren't
there. As well, if you've just joined us, welcome. Good morning to you
I
all.
went for a pen.
It's wonderful to have your company. But if you have just joined us thinking, what's happening? Why am I looking through Mel's pockets? We are launching the brand new MDF for you today. And it's the shelf, and it's already really busy. So if you are thinking about it, or you've bought previous MDF kits and you're thinking, oh, a new one, I need that. Now's the time to get it, because we don't always know how long these are going to last.
No, they kind of come in and go out, don't they?
They do. The first time these MDF kits were launched, the show actually started, I think, with none.
Yeah, it did. We sold out before we went live.
That's how it works. So definitely want to
Absolutely.
get hold of it. Shop shelf for that one, and it's just $17.99.
Right, so you're going to cut out your frame. Now, I've obviously done mine on the scan and cut, and that's going to go over there. But the piece inside, I wanted to continue the story right the way through this, okay? So I did this on my trimmer. And I did it on my trimmer because if you put that on your scan and cut mat and try and cut out all these different shapes from it, because you're going to be cutting right up to the edge, it might ruin it. Okay, because the blade's got to go off the mat into the paper. It's not, the paper's not covering the whole mat. So I did it with a trimmer. Okay, doesn't matter what trimmer it is, I just did it like that. So all you're going to do is take a ruler and you're going to go, that is 30, and come in a little bit. So I'm going to go 39 inches, that's a massive one. 39 millimeters wide. And they are, I believe, 46 high. So I'm measuring from the inside of this to the inside of that. Now, if you can get yourself a metal ruler, they're brilliant, because on a metal ruler, the 0 is here and it makes it much, much easier, but you can still do it. So I'm just putting the 0 on the inside of this piece and coming down to here, and it's 46 millimeters, okay? So I know that it needs to be 39 millimeters wide by 46 millimeters high. My brain is not functioning at all today. I say today, it doesn't function very well ever. I've used the...
Oh yeah, the download. Which one have you used on here then,
Oh,
Mel?
it's the one with the fairies on.
Ah,
strawberry.
So it's strawberry haze. We do have them
Yes,
of the
thank
printed
you.
version, but you can also get the download one as well. Shop Haze.
nice.
It's on your screen right now if you want to get hold of the ones that Mel has actually used. This is a beautiful collection. Very recently launched here about 2 weeks ago on Highlight Crafts. And this is jam-packed full of beautiful artwork. I believe there is 24 designs on this one, giving you exquisite portrait backgrounds as well as scenery and those wonderful ethereal fairies. But for just £12.99, that can be yours. We've also had a lovely comment in as well from the wonderful Wendy Corbett. Good morning to you, Wendy. It's lovely
Hi,
to hear
Wendy.
from you. Saying, have just finished a glass plate with the rice papers you have on the show today. I need to make a photo. Pop it on Facebook, and here it is.
Oh, there you are. See, look at that.
Just like that. Wow. Oh, Wendy, this is beautiful. Everybody have a look at this that Wendy has made. Thank you so much, Wendy, for sharing this. Look at that, rice papers.
That's lovely.
On the back of a glassware plate.
That's fabulous, Wendy.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you so much.
You do what I do, take pictures on your carpet. I do that all the time. That's brilliant. I love that, Wendy.
Red opposite carpet.
A carpet, yeah.
Thank you, Wendy.
Yeah.
That's great.
That is
We need to
fabulous.
start doing a gallery.
We
need to do that. I think that's what this
That
wall
wall.
should become. Or in there or in the studio,
Well, that
anywhere.
wall there, that one right there.
This one right here.
That'd be great, wouldn't
I
it?
think so. Well, this is the
right.
first one.
Oh, look at you. Oh, he's on it. Look at that. First one on the wall.
The gallery has begun.
It's begun.
Gallery
Everybody
has begun.
start sending your makes.
So I want this to be 46 millimeters high by 39 wide, but there's a little extra bit that you need to do. So I'm going to put that on 46, press down and cut that out. Now then, this MDF is 3 mil.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to take this over here and we're going to cut this at 39 because that's the first bit that I want, like that. So I've got my first piece that's going to slot into that first aperture there,
I'm with
okay?
you.
And remember, on this one, it's going to fit perfectly because I've also already got the frame and there's a slight lip on that frame because it covers up all your workings. But I can drop that in there and look, it fits perfectly.
You don't even need glue, it's kind of locked
Absolutely perfectly.
Yeah.
Then what you need to do is take 3 mil off this piece that's left.
in. Oh,
because
so you're
you've then
eating
got a
into the
gap.
wood.
Yes, so I'm taking off this gap now. If you've got a trimmer, most trimmers will not start at 3 millimeters, so you have to do it a different way. So put it up to the edge and measure it, and you can see that is 77. So if I move that back, 1, 2, 3, press down, cut that little bit away, and then do the same again. Now this one's slightly narrower, so you have to think about this one as well. So slightly narrower. We're going to do, this is going to be 36, I'm going to cut it out, 36 by 46, so we do the same thing again. It's already the right height, so we just need to put it onto 36, which is there, push it up to the top, with that blade up, so 36 is there, press that down firmly, do that, that one will then fit into there.
Oh, look at
perfectly,
that.
right?
And if you want precision, accuracy, and an ease of cutting at home as well, then you'll be able to see on your screen right now the details for the trimmer that Mel's using. It's the Kit and Caboodle 5-in-1 paper cutter trimmer. It's amazing. It's got a scoreboard, it's got an envelope making kit, it's got everything, it's got a corner punch. But this trimmer, it launched a fair few weeks ago now, I'm going to say about 4 or 5 weeks ago with Stephanie at the weekend, and it was incredibly busy. But it's because it does all of those things, and it's £39.99, but you can get yours today.
So you're going to go along all of them, remember, like I didn't then, to make sure that you cut this one the same as this one.
Yep.
Okay, and then you do the same with your middle ones. So you're then going to take this, you're going to measure from the end, from the left-hand side. So then you're going to take 1, 2, 3 mil off this, press down, and then those two are going to go into there.
Perfect.
It's brilliant,
It's
isn't
really
it?
simplified when you put it that way.
Absolutely. And the reason I'm doing it on trimmer is because you've got that rectangle, but you need that top part. So if you then try and cut that out, you've got to get the shape that you've made on your scan and cut right to that edge. And if it starts to tear it, you've then got to cut the whole thing again. So I thought it was just quicker to do it on a trimmer, but just remember to take those 3 mil increments. And also remember that these corner ones are wider than these centre ones. And again, these are different sizes. So just measure them. I just think it's a really, really, really easy way of doing it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then just paint inside. That's all I did. I think I used a grey, very soft grey.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going to
Really,
say it
really
looks like a
soft
slate grey or
just
something
because
in there.
it worked with the mushrooms that were on here. But you can use all sorts of different papers if that's what you want to do. Shall we have a look at these downloads?
Yeah,
and
let's
then
do it.
You can choose your
Absolutely.
papers to go with your MDF.
Very true. Right, so we've got a selection of downloads on the show for you as well today. Shall we start with A Breath of Summer that we've got here today? Now, this is a wonderful collection. It's filled with hydrangeas, sunflowers, whimsical backgrounds. But inside here, you've got 24 individual JPEG files. Now this means you can pull them into Microsoft Studio if you want to, manipulate them, change the colours. You can still make and sell with these, but for MDF coverings, canvas creations, whether it's going to be card making alike, you can do all of that with these. But there's a true variety of very knocked back, authentic and shabby chic design, as well as really bright and beautiful ones. But it's just $14.99 for a selection of brand new artwork. I believe these launched with the ones, were you talking about with Stephanie yesterday?
Yes.
Yes, and these were the ones featured in that show. So if you want some inspiration, you could go back and watch that one if you wanted to later on. But that one there for you is Shop Summer, $14.99. If you want one of the latest releases of downloads, then that's the one to go for. We then also for you have your Strawberry Haze, which we mentioned just a few moments ago. Mel was using this. She used this one right here on the framed element of that MDF kit. It looks exquisite and it works really well for that because it's a portrait design, but it's got symmetry around it, so you can see how it's bordered with the florals and it draws you into the centre. And Mel has just been dividing up this section right here into those little sort of segments in the middle of that piece. So you've got all, again, 24 of these designs featuring the wonderful fairies in a very ethereal, whimsical way, but with lots of pops of colour. So that one there is Shop Summer, sorry, not Shop Summer, that one's Shop Haze for that one, $12.99.
This is the one that I used, and I used on the original one, that one, and then on the one that we've just done, that one. But you could absolutely use them with the characters in as well. I just think these are some of my favourite rice papers that we've ever done. I think they're really beautiful.
They're incredible.
And maybe you've been buying those little jars, the little round jars that we sell, or the little bottles, things like that. And it becomes like an apothecary shelves, whatever you want to put in it. It's just super cute. Maybe you've got little tiny ornaments. Maybe you want to put photographs in it. Because I think if you've got a photograph, maybe it's a photograph of where you've been, and you print it off. So you scale it up, print it off. You could then have your photographs in those frames. And it's something
little photos.
Yes.
That would look really, I'd
Absolutely.
like that idea.
Or a new baby, and
I think
you
that's
put all
what
little
I'd do.
photos in the
Then
baby.
use the design around the edge,
Yes.
yeah.
Right, so you've got lots and lots and lots of different ways of using your MDF, which is great.
You've also got Whimsical Blooms for you available today as a download. Now, Whimsical Blooms, again, is filled with beautiful imagery. In total, you've got 30 designs on here. This is Shop Whim. For this one, it's £16.99. So you're getting more artwork in here. You can send really exaggerated blooms, almost photorealistic in some aspects. But I love the pressed flowers as well. So great for journaling, scrapbook pages, or your ephemera as well being built into this. Whether you want to print them and frame them, make and sell, card making, wrapping paper, rice papers, that sort of stuff. these designs cover all bases. And I think
Fabulous,
these are
aren't
screaming
they?
out for some gilding on them as well. They would look
Yeah.
incredible with your foiling pen.
Absolutely, they would.
30 designs, $16.99 shop win for those ones. They're your downloads. We do
Right.
have some
No, we
physical
do.
papers
Yes,
on the
we do.
show. Absolutely. Should we start?
These.
Should we start here? Yeah.
Yeah, these are my favourites.
So the download that we just shared with you of Strawberry Haze and your fabulous, well, basically with these you get them printed physically, okay? And they come to you on our rice paper, the same as your A4, but with this they're colour fast, so they don't bleed, they don't run, they're fully waterproof.
Look at those.
Now this is the first
Right, let's
selection I'm
hold
sharing
them
with
this way.
you, and yeah, right. Should we do a little
do
me to
this.
you? There
Yes.
we are.
Look at
And then that's
those.
that. If I pass you that one for underneath, we've then got. So this one here is your Strawberry Haze that you've
And
got.
it's Haze, H-A-Z-E.
It is indeed. And this one, this one's your strawberries and cream. This is shop cream, $19.99 for this.
Wow.
Absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, they're amazing. They're 12 printed A4 rice papers. They come exactly like this on a strip, but with a border with them as well. But these are dishwasher safe, machine washable, weatherproof, all of that. And if you're at home, you're thinking, I don't want to print all of those papers, that's fine. You could have the download and use them for just digital creation.
Yep.
But if you want them printed and have them that quality and reliability with them, this is the way to shop.
So if we're going to use rice papers onto MDF, white gesso first.
White gesso first.
So white will make all the colours pop. Let's just have one of those. Just pass me one of those, then we can show you on the MDF. Because the MDF is quite dark. Well, it's not dark, but it has a colour. I mean, you could put it straight on there if that's the look that you're going for, but can you see how you can see that through? If you put it on white, that colour is going to absolutely pop. So that gesso, if you haven't got it already.
So if you lay it flat,
Yep.
you can see there with the MDF.
Yep. Look at the difference that makes.
It's like you've turned a light on.
It is like you've turned a light on.
It's crazy. It's absolutely
mad,
crazy.
It's fabulous.
Also, talking of that gesso, to bring out all of the highlight and colour into your projects, 25%, a quarter of the stock of that is now in allocation. That is the stock of what is left of that product currently here at Highlight Crafts. So please make sure to get that into your basket. If you are a cadence collector, if you're an avid painter or a mixed media connoisseur, or you like to dabble into wet mediums as well, that would be a wise time to get hold of it.
Absolutely. And I just want to make this really clear. You don't need a scan and cut to do the MDF, okay? So MDF has been around for a long time, something that I wanted to do. And it doesn't really necessarily matter on things like this, but when you've got curves and arcs and really complex apertures in your MDF, it was easier to be able to do it with an SVG file. So the same file that they've cut the MDF with, less all the notches and the little slits and slots, is your SVG file, so that you know it's going to work. But you don't have to have a scan and cut to use this MDF. This is literally like you would buy from anybody else. Really good quality MDF. It's 3mm thick. So, and it just slots together beautifully. You can see I've just popped the frame on top of there and it's all slotted together now beautifully. But please don't think that this is a scan and cut. You have to have it, because you don't.
Absolutely.
And then these
ones here, there we go.
Look at
so
that.
this is gorgeous. Also, that recipe box, just to quickly let you know before we tell you about this, 20% of that is now in allocation.
Yeah,
so
well
that's
done.
really busy.
These are going to look lovely. Imagine if you did the whole set together.
Well, you'd have a whole coordinating collection of furniture, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
This here is your Lilac Haze. This is Shop Lilac. Now, $19.99 is going to get you 12 A4 printed papers, and that is an amazing price. You can pay $5.99 for a printed A4 sheet, and that's how much they used to be when I started with rice papers, and that's years ago. So in some places, probably more, but you're getting 12 for $19.99.
Aren't they beautiful?
So there's 2 different colourway collections you could go there, and different design elements, but really do whatever takes your fancy.
Yeah, I love them. Absolutely love them. So I've got the download, but I'm going to get the printed ones as well, because they're just gorgeous, aren't they?
They are amazing. I can't wait for our printed Christmas designs. So excited.
I know, Christmas is coming whether you like it or not, you know.
Honestly.
We're starting to just feed it in slowly this week, I believe.
Yes.
Very
ever so
gently
slightly. And then
into
next
you.
week it's like, Santa's here.
Christmas.
Absolutely.
Right, so just to come back to this,
Yeah.
all you're then going to do is press this frame in place, okay? Now, what I did with this, because it's slightly wider than A4, I'm not going to worry about it, but I also don't want those white pieces down the side. So I'm going to take my marker, and I can't remember which one's running out and which one isn't. That one
Just
is.
before you do that, Mel, sorry.
Yes, please. No, it's all right.
Good morning, Dee. DK says if you're going to use the
Morning,
white gesso, should you still seal with the glue first?
I don't think so with the Cadence gesso, do you?
Well, the thing is with Cadence gesso, it's matte and it's quite chalky, so I would imagine it doesn't allow things to permeate through.
No.
Sometimes an acrylic has almost a plasticky feel to it, and it can actually absorb. It's interesting formula the way it works. They're both water-based, but I should imagine not with your gesso.
No.
But if you do find any of it coming through in any areas, it may just be there's a slight more build-up of that burn area there, and it would be advisable maybe just to put a bit of that sealer down just on the edges.
I mean, it's a negligible amount, so
It's almost like you're dry brushing with it.
It's kind of worth doing it, but I know the quality of that gesso is just fabulous. Right, so all I'm doing now is doing what I've done forever. It's go around the edge with a marker.
This just gives you that definition, doesn't it?
It just, honestly, it frames it. So whether you realise it or not, when you get to the edge of a paper, if it's not framed, your eye just wanders off. Yeah. That's what the human eye does. This stops it doing that. You could do it with ink if you wanted to. Go around the edges with your inks if that's what you prefer. You could go around with a gilding wax. Excuse me, but it just means that you can use your regular A4 size. Do it as big as you can get it on your printer on that A4 page, but you will get a little bit of white on the edges, or maybe you're going to use your favourite Graphic 45 or your Stamperia or whatever you prefer, but you're just going to go around the edge like that. Sorry, I need to have a tickle.
No, not at all. That's already made such a difference. You can see the border has been defined. You can see the strength of it there.
Well, look at the difference on the inside aperture compared to the outside edge.
Yeah.
It's night and day, isn't it?
Yeah, it draws it in, doesn't it? It's so true when you said it actually makes it look like a piece of furniture once you've got that on there.
Absolutely. It's brilliant. And then all you're going to do, now I like to use my bookbinding glue, but you can use whatever glue you prefer. I just like it in the tub. Get your spatula in there, and you need the smallest amount of glue. So when you get to these little notches, just put a little bit in and then wipe it back, because you don't want a bubble. Okay, you don't want a bubble in your paper. If you get a bubble, don't worry. You can pull it back while the glue's still wet, or just put a pin in it and push the air out. Yeah. Right?
This glue's great as well, because I know we advise you spoke about this loads. The water content's much
lower.
It's much lower in here, isn't it?
Well, it's made to repair old books.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the damage that water would make to old books. You will find this on liveshopping.vip, on our shop where we have all our brand shops, on the website where we have all our brand shops. That's what we were live on all weekend for you. And thank you to all of those of you that joined us. We had questions this morning, Diane. Are we going to do extended hours and Sundays all the time?
Yes,
my answer was, in this moment right now, absolutely categorically not.
My reply was, we need to regroup with the team.
Yes,
say no,
I saw that, but not right now. No, I think we need to recover from this one first. So
not saying no and not saying yes.
We are a very small team, yeah, absolutely.
If you want to come in and volunteer to do something.
No, don't, David. Careful what you wish for, kid. Now then, you're going to line this up. Now, the only difference I will tell you about between the actual file of your SVG and the actual frame itself, the MDF itself, is that when they were cutting it, they've rounded the corners, because they said it was nicer. With grey board it doesn't really matter, but with MDF it does. So we slightly rounded it. So all you're going to do then is go in and just sand it back with your sanding block. If you haven't got a scan and cut, this is how you're going to do it, and you just go back and seal it. And the best thing to press this down with is the back of a piece of cut and use, because it gets all the bubbles out. It's absolutely brilliant. You could aquastone it afterwards if you wanted to make it shiny, or use your gloss varnish from the Magic set, but that's how easy it is to put it together. It's super, super, super easy. And also the other thing is, if you ever wanted to take it apart, you could.
Exactly, because you've not.
Because I haven't glued it.
There you
so yeah, if you ever wanted to change it up, you could. So you'll get the cutting files for the outside, all the outside backs. The back of the frame you will paint. And then, as I said earlier, if the sides aren't quite tall enough, it's because when I first made it, I used a brown marker to make it look like a wooden piece of furniture. So you can take that file, separate the height and the width, and just make it the size that you want it to be. That's summing my day up today.
Yeah, that's like proper.
Right,
that's like when your knife and fork go in your beans.
Summing my day up. Look at that. Brilliant.
I was going to leave about 1:45 and I completely forgot to, but I'm going to quickly leave you if that's okay, because I've got another show coming up just a few around the corner.
Leave me when I'm look.
I'll leave you with that.
Thanks.
Everyone, don't forget to check out your baskets. I'll be
Go
with
quick
you in the
for a
next
flick
show.
it.
What are you going to do with it, Mel?
I'm going to wipe it off with a piece of
See you
kitchen
in a minute,
roll.
everyone.
Right, so just to recap the MDF for you, this is our brand new MDF kit today, Wondrous Shelving. I love this because it's all your little knickknacks, isn't it? Or you could do it in Halloween and make it an apothecary. You could do it as Christmas and decorate it up because you can get little Christmas trees and snowflakes and all that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be done with this. You can paint it, you can rice paper it, you can use your regular papers with it. Do all of those different things that we do as crafters. You could even stamp on it if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Whatever your style is, this will work within that as well. Right, we have to do a spin the wheel, don't we, Diane?
We do.
We've only got 1 minute left. That's gone really quick.
I know, I'm just drawing the winner.
Okay, so the winner is
Karen Halbert.
Karen Halbert. Yes, Karen. Right, let's see what you're going to win today.
And Karen has just said that she'd prefer extended hours on occasions rather than regularly. So, Karen, thank you.
I totally and utterly agree. Right, number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 250 points.
Woo!
Right, Diane, can you confirm what we need to do? Do we email Karen or do Karen email us?
Karen will receive a message from us with instructions on what to do.
There you go. So keep an eye out on your emails, Karen, for that, and you'll get that added to your account. Right, through that wall, Mr. Wait is waiting. We'll see you on the other side of this. Bye.